It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions, and it's coming up next.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
And I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
To return, it's Khalil Dorsey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here will certainly help him achieve that goal.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll go play action with Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Lions punt team now. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. 5th season as quarterback, but Greg just his 2nd as a starter. Waited his turn and had a really good first year as a starter.
Mike, it's great to see Jordan Love back behind center for the Green Bay Packers. Remember, week 1 down in Brazil, late in that game, he suffered that knee injury. He seems back. He seems healthy. Green Bay knows if they want to have postseason aspirations and repeat last year's success, they need Jordan Love behind center playing at a high level.
He'll get about 2. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Second down and 8. Here's Love to throw. This one up top for Dobbs.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long
into space. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, it's Dorsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Jared Goff sacked by Lucas Van Ness. A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. To return, it's Nixon. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
It's a gain of 10. And the Packers 1st down.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Luck. Toward the middle. That one caught by Watson. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Packers on top. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. First and 10. Now Jacobs. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And he's in. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers move out on top, 14-0.
set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return it, it's Dorsey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Jair Alexander is there to bat that one away. On 2nd down, Goff. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he finally is going to have to eat this one. He will go down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive, and he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. The rookie, Terrion Arnold, there on the stop. A 2nd down throw for Love. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll work this down inside the 35. The rookie, Terrion Arnold, there on the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Once again, it's Jacobs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
It's the quarterback with a sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Jordan Love, touchdown, Green Bay. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, it's Dorsey. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing on second down, Goff. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. From the gun on third down, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Packers offense and receiver Christian Watson set to go once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Wow! And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando now for Jonathan Coachman as our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's Carlton Davis bringing it into that one. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Yeah! And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 16-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing here is Goff. Room to run, past the 30. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
To throw is Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Goff to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Jacobs. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On play action, Love. Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, it's Dorsey. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
14.
A second down throw for Goff. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, Goff. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah McDuffie.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. The one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The Packers offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Running is Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Here we go.
To throw is Love. He's got his big tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
McManus on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Goff. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And a very solid return as they're able to bring him down. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the gun, it's Goff. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll go play action with Goff. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Packers offense and their running back set to go once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from 30 yards out. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And this was as good as it gets, all 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from downtown Detroit.